Alright, we're here. This is Moro, and I'm here with, introduce yourself.
Meliodas.
Yes, Melodies is here. And we're gonna talk about Resident Evil 4 Remake and what we should expect. Do you want to start what you want to see in this game from the original, or do you what do you want to see in this game?
A lot of action, blood, cuts, and gore.
Isn't that what all zombie games have these days?
That's true. That's true.
But anyways, I've heard
I
before.
forgot my brain somewhere, I guess. I'm sorry.
I did not know you were like 100 years old.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Anyways, um, I've heard rumors somewhere on the internet saying that there should be a stalker in Resident Evil 4 remake, kind of like not yeah, Titan was in Resident Evil 2, just basically stalking like both Leon and Claire in Resident Evil 2 remake, and Claire getting stalked by Nemesis in Resident Evil 3 remake. Can you see the same thing happen in Resident Evil 4?
Yeah. Yeah, down the road, yeah.
Because if you think about it, I can see the chief, the one that was nicknamed the Big Cheese in Resident Evil 4, basically just going around. Can you see him being a stalker?
Being a stalker?
Yeah, just stalking your character wherever you go.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So, and yes, apparently they've decided to make this remake of Resident Evil 4 for PS4, but for some reason they're not doing that for Xbox One. I wonder why that is. Do you have any idea why?
Could be that, you know, that, maybe there's not enough funding, maybe?
I mean, I don't know why. I mean, as far as I understand from rumors, um,
Because I know
Xbox
Sony's having some issues anyways with getting parts for PS5.
that too, and last time I checked, Sony is losing a little bit ratings towards Xbox.
I wouldn't say a lot, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. But why is it? I mean, I guess it can be somewhat appropriate because Resident Evil 4, the very first one, when that game came out, it was for PS2 only, if I recall. No, it came out for the first Xbox, didn't it? If I remember it correctly.
Yeah, but that was a while back, though.
Wasn't it like right around 2005 or something like that?
Yeah, but that was because of, I think, how was it? 2005 was the PS3 days, wasn't it?
2005. It was went from like 2000. Well, from 1999 through the 2002, it was PS1, and then from 2002, I think it went from that all the way to 8 of PS2, and then 3 came out in around, I think, 8. I think.
Yeah.
But here's something very interesting I thought I'd talk about. When I saw it from PS4, and I know we had outside conversation about this, here's what the information I'm going to read out loud. It says, as good as it is that more fans will be able to play the Resident Evil 4 remake when it launches next year. Some fans do have some concerns. For starters, will the development of Resident Evil 4 hinder the progress of the PC and the new gen versions? After all, this is the game that was intentionally coming to PC and new generation consoles only. But then it just literally says that it's gonna be coming for PS4, but yet Xbox One. Even though PS4, I mean Resident Evil 4 is gonna come for Xbox S and X series. So I don't understand why. I mean, if it's coming out for the new Xbox, like the PS5, why not Xbox One?
There is rumors of PS5 Slim, though.
Yes, I have heard of that. I have heard of that. But for the time being, I mean, I
I don't
get
know when they're gonna bring it out, but hopefully they bring it out soon.
I'm hoping for the same thing too. And you know, and also the one thing I'm really hoping is that Ashley makes herself useful.
That is true.
Because you remember all the times where you tell her to stay, but then she just stands there. If you can't get to her on time, then she gets attacked by the zombies. Like, come on. I mean, she should be able to hold a gun to defend herself.
She should be able to.
And yet, the only thing she can do to get away from zombies is crawl or hide. And Leon has to do all the
Basically.
work.
Basically.
So I just never understand any of that.
There's a lot of things in games that they're doing though. They're doing a lot of different things. They're changing like the graphics, and it's a lot of stuff to keep up with.
I know we're going from like Resident Evil 4, like the general of Resident Evil 4 before the remake. It's got a lot. They changed the how can I say this? Not algorithm, but the the whole picture and everything. They changed it from PS2 all the way to PS4, and it's gotten some PS3 and then all the way to now, if you know what I'm talking about.
Sometimes, you know, graphics could be, I think, a little better. I
I mean,
think.
I think we're gonna get the same Leon like we got it from Resident Evil 2 remake. I think we're gonna get it the same Leon.
Hopefully, in Resident Evil, though, they do have, more zombies and stuff.
I heard about that. I heard that they are gonna do that. It's a little bit more because in Resident Evil 2 remake, there was a lot of zombies that had to be dealt with. I have seen that, and then you get stalked by a freaking Titan.
Right?
I mean, all you can do is stun him, and then after what, like maybe 10 seconds, he gets back up. 5, 10 seconds, he gets back up, and it's like, come on, I'm trying to do something.
That's what, that's what a lot of these game makers want to do, though. They want to irritate people.
Well, I mean, in a scary game like that, well, it's supposed to be scary, yes, but you know,
I don't know. I feel like scary games, they need a bit of work.
I mean, I think if I have to really point it out, I think these remakes of Resident Evils are somehow is like in the graphics alone is somewhat identical to the Last of Us video games.
Oh, yes.
I mean, the way it looks, it just kind of looks like it.
I don't know. The Last of Us is pretty good, but I don't know. I guess when I say horror, I mean like, oh, shit.
Like, what was that?
I mean games like Outlast or whatever.
That's why I was thinking that you were gonna say Outlast. I can agree with that, or at least somewhere around like Fear 2. I was telling you about at least right around that area. Then again, I don't think you ever played Fear 2.
I played a little bit of Fear too.
And I bet you were scared. I mean, were you like somewhere stuck in the beginning or something?
I think a lot of these freaking games should go to VR. Is what I think.
Well, they thought about doing that. I mean, they definitely did that with the Resident Evil 7.
Some games are on Oculus or whatever, but I feel like more games need to go to VR. But maybe down the road they'll have more games for VR though.
I feel
I
like
don't know. I feel like VR is gonna at some point, take off.
well, that's gonna be a long down the road, some right around there, but I can see it happening somewhat because
There's potential for it, but it's not big potential. It's just potential. Somewhere down the road is, it's gonna have potential.
but I can see that happening like from like years to come or something like that.
path, but I do feel like VR needs a bit more comfort because I feel like you get a bit nauseous.
Yeah, but can you imagine that if you're like in Leon's shoes and the next thing you know you turn around and it's like, oh, the big cheese.
VR has got potential, but I feel like it's down the road somewhere because as of right now, as it stands, I feel like it's too soon to say because VR headsets they're not as comfortable as what people make it out to be.
They should do like a remake of like a not a remake but a different, you know, equipment for the VR. Like instead of the headset and everything, it could be like what the scatter those scatter things that Vegeta and Nappa were wearing to calculate people's power level, but
Yeah.
make a 3D glasses or something. A VR
I think if they're
glasses.
gonna do anything, they should do something like SAO,
That would be interesting.
a full immersive game.
Oh yeah, that could be extremely interesting.
But if they do full immersive, they should do something like, you know, uh, The Sims or whatever.
Yeah, I can see that. I just, as far as I'm thinking of, I think that, I hope the story is a lot better. I hope that, no offense to him, no offense, but I think Lois shouldn't be in there in the new remake of Resident Evil 4.
I think that all of these games need something. They need something a little bit extra. I don't know exactly what, but I guess when I mean extra, I mean like more gruesome action.
Kind of like what the Doom video games have.
Actually, Doom would be a perfect example.
I know. I mean, if they could combine Doom with Resident Evil, can you imagine?
Actually, if they combine Doom with Resident Evil and mix it in with a little bit of Outlast,
Oh my
that'd be
god.
pretty dope.
That's something like those movies, those paranormal activities.
Yes.
It's like, oh my god, that's it's horrible. Then
Or
it's like,
that game called PT. The PT was the perfect example of a freaking zombie game. Actually, not even a zombie game, actually just a horror game. If anybody knows what PT is, do freaking tell. Or
I
do explain, I guess you could say do explain.
I would imagine that.
PT used to be on PlayStation, but they took it down off the store. But it was the perfect example of a freaking scary horror ass game, is what that was.
I just had enough thought that combining it with Doom, Resident Evil, and that Outlast, but also one more mixture into those games, Fear 2. Mixture all those together, and what do you have?
Actually, I'd say the other perfect example would be like movies, you know. And I'm just saying movies because movies are a good example of how to basically make a horror game. But like Michael Myers or like you know,
Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger.
yeah, Freddy Krueger and shit like that. Actually, Freddy Krueger would be another perfect good one actually.
I think instead of those, I think it has to be imaginary from a storybook. And the one I have in mind is like if you actually take the time to listen to audio of the Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park novels, the actual books themselves, and take a time to listen to it on audio, you can see that they're a lot worse than there should be like rated R in comparison to their PG-13 versions.
Yeah.
I think that's what it should be, really.
I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're gonna make a game, at least make it, somewhat based on movie or based on a book, and something that's based off a true story. Because like that would be even better.
I,
Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre would be another good example.
I just hope the rumors about Krauser not being in the game not being true. Do you remember Krauser, Leon's former comrade?
Oh yes,
There's rumors saying that Krauser is not going to be in it, but I really hope that's not the case because Krauser, it's not a bad of a boss battle because you have a time limit, and on top of that, you have to beat Krauser to get out of that situation. It just makes in my expectations, if for those who don't like time limits, it makes the game a little bit more fun. Unless, I mean, it's way before you had to be in one time to get like infinite ammo for certain guns.
another good example would be like games like Back for Blood.
Yeah,
I was gonna say because Back for Blood is another zombie game, but still,
I just I just think basically that all like scary games combined would make all the best any kind of horror games imaginable.
yep. Like if they combine them all into one, it'd be dope as shit.
I just, and also I'm just hoping that the main boss guy, Sadler, would be a lot more worse. And if Resident Evil 4 remake is anything like the original, you have like three maps. You go from the village, castle, and then you got like this military base slash laboratory.
Right?
Because I, it, you might as well make it somewhat original towards the end.
That's true.
Just at least, I mean, I get the main thing of a remake, but make some changes, but not entirely all changes.
I think if they're gonna do changes, though, they should do certain ones.
Also, I'm hoping they have they give you an option to run or make Resident Evil 4 like a one player game for one player. But if someone wants to play with you, make it like online play, so that way you can have two people play with you, like what they do with Resident Evil 5 and 6. That'd be like a
What
good
they
return.
should do is do an open world map. Is what they should do.
Well, they kind of do. Well, I don't know. I mean, something unless
When I say open world, I mean like sandbox. Is what I mean. Where like basically anywhere you can, like anywhere you want to go, you're not stuck. I don't like being stuck.
yeah, it's true. I mean, I never find
Because you're
myself.
on a one set path, and if you're on a one set path the entire time, it gets a little old after a while.
Yeah, it kind of does on certain games, but in the original Resident Evil 4, I don't recall it being stuck at certain parts. Unless,
I just like open world games like Assassin's Creed or GTA where you can go wherever you want to go.
yeah, yeah, I can understand that. I just, I just think that they should do a lot more for the. If you recall, on one of the previews of Resident Evil 4 remake, that everything changed. Like, my goodness, like Ashley does not look like the one from the original game. Like they completely changed the whole thing.
Right.
I'm just hoping the rumors are true that the Chief Mendez or whatever they pronounce his name. I hope that he does become the stalker, because I hope it's one of those like he comes out of nowhere and it's like, don't you continue your path, just go home kind of thing.
Right.
But I'm just hoping for a lot more graphic and more details into the game.
That'd be pretty cool.
Also, what's the number one thing that we should also mention of what Resident Evil 4 should have? more guns having infinite ammo. Because on the last Resident Evil 4 game, it only contains the infinite of the what's that called? The hand cannon and the Chicago Type rifle and the infinite, rocket launcher. I think all guns deserve infinite ammo in Resident Evil Remake. If remake is gonna be more zombies and like you have to deal with all of them, I think all guns should have infinite ammo, like the shotgun.
If you're gonna do infinite ammo, they should do freaking skill, skill points or whatever.
You mean like the sniper? You mean like the sniper rifle?
No. But I mean, some sort of incentive to keep playing, because otherwise, if you have infinite ammo, it's gonna be a little stupid after a while.
It's kind of true. So I can understand the few weapons thing, but if you think about it, if it's more zombies and the bot, if you pick like a harder,
Unless of course, you get one weapon and it's infinite ammo, and the rest you have to freaking because I could see a pistol or something. Like if a pistol was like infinite ammo, then I could see.
well, if you beat, I can see like you have to do like side missions like outside the story. Like you beat the game, you get like the infinite ammo for the like all the regular handguns that are not powerful. But then you have to do side missions after you beat the game once, and then and also we need to talk about the Merchant Man. I think I've heard rumors about the Merchant Man not coming back, or he might be. There's like two sides to up the Merchant Man not coming.
Yeah.
I mean, it. I mean, the Merchant Man made things interesting. I mean, it's where you can get guns and everything, and you get his hollow green going, "Hello, stranger."
They're pretty cool.
I think they should do. I think they should keep the Merchant Man in there, or at least give Leon one of those watches. Like if he needs like new guns or whatever, he contacts the Merchant Man at least.
Right.
I think that's what they should do as well.
Exactly.
And what's up?
Getting a little tired.
All right. Let's go ahead and do a review of the video real quick, and then we would call it good. So let's get let's get rid of this right
I'll
now.
probably cut that out though.
It's fine either way. It's fine if you just say, "Oh, it's time to cut things up." But anyways, let's go ahead and watch this preview. Are you in a good position of watching it?
What's that?
The review video for Resident Evil 4 I have ready to set to go.
I can review it later or something.
All right, so I'll just go ahead and play it, and it's like I'll just go ahead and get this going. So here's the gameplay right now. I mean, it sound. By the way, the graphics is looking, it's actually not that bad. It looks more like it's more like there should be more fog, but I think that's good, decent enough though. Okay, just looking around. I mean
Alright.
the graphics looks amazing, really.
I'm gonna cut things short and dip out of here.
All right, well, everyone say goodbye to you want to do the honor say bye and everything.
Yes. I will say bye and I'll see you guys later. And my channel is, I think it's S10D3. I can't remember. I think it's S10D3.
I'll be sure to put the link into the comments below.
Yes.
And also, you guys, it won't be the last time you'll hear from uh this superpowered human, because he will be doing he'll be a guest host for Vampire Gameplay as well this upcoming Saturday of October 1st. We haven't discussed what time, so keep an open mind.
Yes, keep them in mind. I'm just a little tired and I'm a little beat, so.
Everything gets tired, people, because she's like the character, the cartoon character from Cartoon Network that needs the sun's rays to increase his power.
Oh, yes.
That, and me being moral, I absorb his power so much, so that's why he's getting tired. So he's like,
Actually, it's called, a succubus, sir.
"Have you been dating my chick, man? It's not cool."
Hey, first off, she may be yours first. However, though, the vampire girl is mine, sir.
Well,
I call dibs.
to be fair, you only said the silver one. You never said anything about the pink version.
That's true,
So,
but she likes it rough and nasty, sir.
uh, wait a minute. Come and think of it. Before I started this, you said PG.
Goddamn PG. Shit. Cut that shit out.
You're
Bleep
the
that shit out. I didn't say that.
yeah,
Bleep that shit out.
yeah, you did.
No, bleep it out, sir.
Yeah, oh, Scotty has. Oh, this person has come to the dark side.
It's called John Cena, sir. Bleep it out.
We're not in WWE.
Not yet, we're not.
What do you mean? You can't wrestle.
I may not be able to wrestle, but I'm just telling you now, sir. John Cena said otherwise, sir.
And also, me and Morotos are talking about also not just Vampire. We're gonna do Let's Play. We're also probably thinking about if he would like to come again of me doing a Let's Play of Resident Evil Zero.
Alright, well,
So we're gonna be more talk. We're more gonna be having talks of that too. So yes, everyone everyone say goodbye to Melotos.
yes. Believe it, sir. Believe it.
Yes, and we're like I said, we're gonna talk later about all that's coming out this Saturday, right? All right,
Alright. Good night, people. Good
and
night, folks.
good night.
Good night.
So yes, with him gone, yeah, it's yes, I'm still reviewing this, and it's some good graphics. I just think that I yes, it's true that Malatos likes playing this game, and he'll review it more. That's why I'm keeping him here. So yes, he will be playing this. But as far as his graphics are going, I think he can agree with me, which he can put it in the comments below. That yeah, I'm sure he'd be playing this with me when this game comes out for the PS4. Because darn it, I'm still waiting for mine. I'm still waiting for my PS5. They haven't reached out to me yet. But yes, I like the graphics. I like it. I like it a lot. And if that's the Leon we're going to be playing as, then beggars can't be choosers. The aim. Do you have to stand still while aiming, or? Well, shoot. It looks like it. But anyways, that was the review. Well, I hope you all like that. And we'll be doing more later. And like I said, I'll link my guest's YouTube channel on the description below. So until then, This is Moro, and it's Melitos, and I'm sure he'd be agreeing with me, and he already said it, but I can get him to